Welcome back to Esotericum. I am Jod. It is Sunday night, July 14th. I hope you have been doing well. I hope life has been blessing you in all the ways and that everything on your end is going swimmingly. So, yeah, I have been not done a video in maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. I have been doing a lot of research, deep diving into a lot of different subjects, and still keeping up my magical practice. But I really have been kind of just being a recluse. Just going through books, looking at information, researching different ideas, different belief systems. So yeah, I hope you've been well. It's good to talk to you again. Tonight, so I'm going to talk about something that is available through Damon Brand's Patreon, the Empowered Magick Patreon, and I briefly discussed this in a video, and it's like $17 a month. You get access to a bunch of different things, and there's actually a couple different things that I've had my eye on for a while, and it is his pathworking. So he has two pathworkings available. They're $16 a piece. Each pathworking is a little less than 15 minutes or so, like between 12 and 15. It comes with a PDF, and I was kind of on the fence, like, hey, I finally did it, and that's what I've been kind of focusing on the past few weeks, is doing it. So highly recommend it. I know there's a lot of different options for Magick out there. Thank goodness we live in a time where the stuff is freely talked about and available. Amazing, so much to choose from. And so I went ahead and purchased them a few weeks ago, and I've been using them, not every day, but consistently. And if you've never really done pathworking before, it's a wonderful technique. So it's essentially a series of visualizations. It's a series of images kind of guiding you through a journey of your inner world, so to speak. Very helpful for contacting spirits. There's a couple other books, I'll be doing a review at some point on celestial angel magic. There's a lot of different, systems that kind of use pathworking. You can create your own. It's really helpful for showing you how your mind works, improving your imagination and your ability to visualize. So the two pathworkings, the first one is for confidence and self-esteem. So a pretty fundamental topic. Everyone is definitely benefited by being more confident, more assured of yourself, have a higher opinion of yourself, believing in yourself more. And it's kind of just a really important topic. So tried it out, and for these pathworkings, it's, like I said, I think this one was like 12 minutes long. It calls onto the archangels, and then it actually calls on a few angels: Nuriel, the angel of splendor, Amiel, the angel of charm, and Zadkiel, the angel of authority. So it kind of briefly calls an archangel and then takes you to meet these angels, and it's super powerful. The pathworking is done extremely well. Another wonderful thing is I've never heard Damon Brand's actual voice before. I read a lot of his books. I really am a fan of his writing style, but there's something very important and powerful about listening to somebody's voice. It's almost like a transmission. You gain a lot of information, from someone by listening to their voice. I mean, they've done studies. You can tell so much about a person, just by hearing their voice. So, hearing his voice was very transformative, because like I said, it gives you all this insight into him, as well as, you get a bunch of different downloads about different things, different aspects of his personality, all this stuff you can tell. So, yeah, the pathworking is amazing. He does an excellent job. It's set up very well to guide you through this. It's definitely quick. It's a lot. It's kind of a sensory overload, but in a very artistic way. And I believe too, there are other voices that are doing some of the words of power and angel's name. I believe it's other members of the Gallery of Magic. I'm not 100%, but it sounds like it. So definitely check it out. The pathworking for confidence and self-esteem, it's a foundational trait. It really does, like, boost you on so many different levels. For example, typically on Sundays, I wake up, after, the weekend's over. For me, I do work a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So typically I'm a lot of anxiety and stress about the week ahead, and okay, diving back into it, thinking about all these things. And today I woke up and I was very calm, very centered, not anxious at all, not worried, not thinking about the future. Oh, I got to get this done, this done, this done. So you will notice the effect. So definitely check it out. I think, so many areas of your magical life, of your spiritual life can be improved by having a better sense of confidence, of charisma, of self-esteem. Just the way that you show up for other people, the way you show up for yourself, it's huge. So very, very foundational trait, something that I believe can help all your different manifestation abilities. It's such an important piece in the puzzle to this thing we call life: confidence, self-esteem, believing in yourself, loving yourself, really, really showing up for yourself when it matters. So to check it out. The other one, the second one that I have been using, that I purchased as well, $16, I think it's around 12 minutes too, was the Pathworking to Recover from Grief or Loss. Another foundational topic that can really improve your life on so many different levels, because we've all experienced some form of trauma, or most of us have some form of trauma. We've lost loved ones, we've been in situations where things really didn't go our way. We've lost situations, people, places, and things. We've moved. We carry a lot of times, at least for me, I would carry this stuff with me, and it kind of puts a damper on all your experiences, on your outlook, as well as on your perception of yourself. So, grief and loss, it's part of the human experience, but there is something therapeutic about being able to let that go, to process it. You talk therapy, there's a hypnosis, there's all these different healing mediums like Reiki, to really help you kind of let go of your baggage, of the things that are kind of weighing you down. This was another supercharged, short but powerful ritual. It uses, again, the archangels briefly, and then it calls on Arpaniel, the angel of light, Gavriel, the angel of strength, and Nakliel, the angel of compassion. So it's really a very fast-paced, quick, charged ritual, and you do feel a lot lighter. You feel like you've come to terms with some of the stuff that maybe you've been holding on to. It really does pack a punch. That's one of the things when I was like, all right, $16, 12 minutes, like, all right. And then you're like, whoa. I know he says that they will work whether or not you're a member of the Patreon, so you can purchase the ritual if you stop the membership and it will still work. Definitely, of course, he says if you're a member of the Patreon, it's going to make it more effective. But again, with a PDF kind of explaining everything to you, wonderful. I mean, and he goes through different colors and different situations and scenes, and they morph in your mind. And it's also very helpful for showing you how your imagination works, how it literally can quickly change everything and take you to worlds that are just beautiful and wonderful. So I highly recommend it. Definitely, if it's in the budget, check it out. I think there's a couple things that are very powerful about it. Obviously, he's an expert. They're an expert. The Gallery of Magick is. They put a lot of time, attention, and detail into this stuff. Hearing his voice and the voice of the Gallery of Magick supporting him, it opens up a whole new aspect to this thing. You get a transmission. You can tell a lot about them. There's like a direct communication that's very personal. So check that out. Pathworking is something that I think just in general is a great magical tool, showing you how to guide yourself, to lead yourself to places inside of yourself that you can discover information. I've been doing the gateway tapes as well. They use it as a form. It's used in a lot of different healing modalities, meditation modalities, stuff like that. So I'll probably be talking more about it. Also, I encourage you to write your own pathworking, to write your own meditations for yourself. Really, no one knows you better than yourself. So, start doing it. Typically they involve five senses. So you'll get, something visually, and then it's a smell, and then the taste or feeling. You hear something. For me too, my sense of smell is the one that I struggle with the most for some reason. So working on that, but it really does paint a vibrant picture and takes you to a place where you're better able to interact with these angels, and communicate with them, get wisdom, get your results. So highly recommend it. Gallery Magick, really superb. I've been using it for a few weeks, really powerful. It sometimes doing these rituals in the books and the sigils and the words of power can get a little bit repetitive. So it's kind of a new, sensory kind of outlet for you to experience these things. And I know I talk a lot about these books, a lot about, stuff that's helped me, but at the end of the day, remember, the magic is in you. Like, you are the magical being. You're the, you are so powerful, so amazing. I did this last time too, but you are the magic. The magic is you. You could be in a room with nothing and just yourself, and you can perform extremely powerful magic. All this stuff really exists as a tool to help bring that out, and show you what you're capable of. So of course, it helps because you're using processes that have been tried and experimented with and work, and you're using spiritual names or words of power or whatever it is, thought sequencing. It's all very helpful, but all this is originating from you. So try out different authors, different teachers, see what resonates, what's in alignment, try it out, add it on to your practice. If you come across something that doesn't really vibe with you, that's okay. Take what works. It's amazing that we're in a time period again where this information is available, and I'm sure there's a lot more that will be coming out in the near future. I think it's brave of every one of you to be exploring these things, because there's a lot of societal and a lot of cultural fear and superstition, and there's not a lot of people who are really exploring this and brave enough to go down this path, which you are. So give yourself some kudos, because sometimes the whole world will think one way and you think differently, and you're right. And it's very tough when you have all that weight of all these different opinions, and people believe one thing and you are bravely deciding to look at reality from your perspective and decide what you believe. And sometimes it's in opposition to all these structures and stuff like that. So give yourself some credit for exploring this. I mean, I know, like I said, I was raised conservative Christian. I love a lot of things about Christ. I mean, there's a ton of wisdom in the Bible, but at some point I had to start figuring out what that meant for me, and not what I was kind of told my entire life. So it's always a moment to reflect and congratulate yourself on listening to topics that you may have been told are taboo or controversial or evil, and coming to your own understanding of it, to be able to think for yourself, to be able to view reality through your lens without all the other people in your life that have programmed you to feel and think and believe a certain way, school and government and religion and friends and this and that. And that's why I think this is so exciting. We're on this journey together in this amazing time to be alive, where we get to explore these things, and really kind of change collective reality a little bit. And definitely you're an explorer in the inner realms. The last frontier is inside. So that's my ramble. It's good to talk to you again. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you again for watching. If you got any sort of value out of this, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, and I'll see you in the next one.